I'm Dan Lucas, founder and executive director of Customs Kicking Cancer. Well, the Tiffany bike is the bike that started it all for Customs Kicking Cancer. This slow increase of custom bikes in windfall of money. But we're in Sturgis. We had the Customs Kicking Cancer tent set up. Katie and myself was there, and we were having 2 to 3 engagements in a 10-hour day because people aren't going to Sturgis and people aren't going to bike rallies to talk about cancer. I get it. Well, our good friends Steve and Colton at Woodlawn Baggers, this is part of their VIP collection, and they were generous enough to let us squeeze our tent next to them, and they needed to overflow, and they backed Tiffany up to our tent. And we went from having 3 engagements a day to having 150. People were 3 deep, kids were climbing on her, women were taking pictures, men were talking about her. And everyone kept asking, is this your bike? And I just went with it. We were a brand new charity. We needed anything we could get. And we were saying, yeah, this is our bike. And we were able to take conversations and bring people in that wanted to talk about a killer bike. And at the end of the conversation, twist it and talk about prostate cancer. So that was kind of the start of us saying, hey, we need to have some custom bikes. We need to work on this and bring people to the booth because otherwise it just wasn't coming. So we got this bike. This is the bike Katie rides and promotes for the charity. And it's a beautiful bike. It's a head turner. It's part, like I said, part of the VIP collection that Steve and Colton built. It's been seen at Daytona. It's been seen at Sturgis. It pretty much wins every best in show it enters. It really is a showstopper. So we couldn't be more thankful for them in putting us together on this bike and working it out to help promote the charity. And it's a showstopper. So this is about the exact opposite you could get. This bike is what I call the sleeper. This was my first real Harley-Davidson bagger. I've got a 1968 Triumph that is not restored to cherry, but is one of my cooler favorite bikes. I have a couple others, but this is my daily rider. I got it in 2019. I've done pretty much all the work on it myself other than the engine work, all the lights, all the modifications. I've stripped off all the badging, and it's got a 550 S&S cam in it. It's just a phenomenal bike. It's dark, it doesn't show off, which is why it's the sleeper, but it's just a fun bike to ride. And it's got a lot of personal connection and emotional connection from me and my son working on it, turning wrenches. And I just ride the crap out of it. It's a great bike, never lets me down, doesn't have to be clean. I just love it. And it goes everywhere we go as well. So this is a really special story, the showpiece of Customs Kicking Cancer. After we found out what Tiffany did for us, obviously my father in his fight with prostate cancer is what really drove us to starting up Customs Kicking Cancer. So about 2.5 years ago, we went and took his 1998 Heritage Springer Softail, broke it down with A&D Customs and completely restored that to a show bike. We went and re-chromed with the same exact chromer that chromed the bike for Harley-Davidson. It just got debuted a couple months ago. It's a spectacular bike. It's the trademark colors of what Customs Kicking Cancer is going to be moving forward. And this is the old Evo engine that came out of Picante because we put a S&S 124 in it. And so we're left with this engine. It has a lot of sentimental value, and we couldn't really figure out what to do with it. So my son and I, we've been breaking it down, and we're going to pull the pistons out and the cam out of it in a couple different parts. we have a really big event coming up in Sturgis, and we're going to take those. We're not quite sure if we're going to chrome them, powder coat them, but we're going to turn those into some recognition awards for people that are really stepping up for the charity and making a difference. These are going to be pretty special. It's obviously out of my dad's engine. There's only going to be the certain parts that we can get out of there, and it'll never be replaceable again. So it's going to be really emotional and really special when that's done, and when we give that away and announce it and choose who should be getting those pieces. And it'll forever live on and hopefully carry the legacy of my dad and what Customs Kicking Cancer is all about. So this year in Sturgis, we're really planning a big event. It'll be the inaugural charity ride for Customs Kicking Cancer this year at the 85th Sturgis. We're going to be taking off from the Iron Horse Saloon, and at the end of that ride, we're going to be giving away, just for participating, a custom Honda Grom and a Louis Vuitton belt bag that we'll pick and draw a winner. We're hoping to have hundreds of bikes there to support prostate cancer. We're to be supporting Light Blue in September. We're going to have a booth set up at the Black Hills Harley-Davidson, right next to Woodlawn Baggers, right in their spot. You could come find us. You could come talk to us before or after the ride. That's what we'll be for the entire event. And it's going to be an event that people don't want to miss. We're planning on already doing it in 2026 with the Iron Horse. That's going to be our venue of choice, and we're hoping it's the biggest, most impactful charity ride that happens in Sturgis every year.